Hello everybody. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to another live stream. Now today we're gonna do something special for Art Fight. For those who don't know, Art Fight is an event that happens every single July from the 1st to the 31st. Hello Ruby or Possum. Hello. Today I'm going to start attacking people and wait, that sounds bad if you don't know what that means. Okay, basically I'm going to be drawing the characters that other people have made for Art Fight. I decided that we're going to start off simple and easy. This is one by Tilted Teal. Now, I'm going to be focusing on drawing characters made by people who have drawn my OC. And Tilted Teal made a really lovely drawing for my character. So I'm like, oh, let's start with him. He made this drawing right here. This is my character, but this is his drawing or their drawing. I don't know his gender. Yeah, their drawing, and it looks really great, very impressive. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but to their character, which is this one, and it's Diamond. Now I noticed that it says right here, it says tightrope walker. So I decided, you know what, let's try drawing him walking a tightrope. Now, resize this, make it maybe a bit smaller. Rupee or Possum, you say you did a mass attack today. That sounds awesome. I'm gonna see if I can do several. I'm gonna try to limit myself to, I don't know, maybe like an hour tops for each one. So maybe I can at least do 2. But if I can get it to like 40 or 30 minutes, that'd be better. I'm gonna actually do a sketch, but I'm gonna skip the line art and just start coloring straight away. Without further ado, I think it's about time that we start now. I'm going to be working off a reference right here. Hello Oliver Park, welcome. Glad that you can join us today. Let's see. I always start every single one of my drawings, whenever it comes to a character, I always start with a good old-fashioned line of action. Something exaggerated, something that just feels like it's moving, you know? It's more interesting if you feel like, ooh, it's a bit precarious, you know? I wanted to look interesting because the pose is on a tightrope. I want the character to look like they're on a tightrope and that they could fall. Considering that it says right here that they walk the tightrope, but in their character description it says that they're not very good at it. So I want to kind of convey that type of feeling. I'm going to just start with just a line of action and a circle that represents where the head is going to go. That I'm going to start. Now I want to make the arms. I want to have the arms somewhere here. So I am going to make the drawing a bit smaller. That way we can fit the arms. Arms are going to be going a little bit like maybe something like this. Something around like that. Oh, it took you 2 days to make. How many, you said a mass attack, Ruby or Possum. How many characters did you do in those 2 days? Okay, let's start with adding a torso. Now the shoulders are kind of slanted, and then I'm gonna make the shoulders slant even further, maybe something like this. Ten OCs, dang, that's a lot. Okay, let's kind of have the torso something like this. I'm gonna just continue using the bean shape that I always use, but I'm gonna make the torso a little bit smaller. I noticed that the characters kind of got a bit of a cartoony vibe to them. So I'm gonna make sure that I reflect that. Make it a little bit smaller. You know what? I'm looking at my post reference right now, and I'm kind of exaggerating it just a little, like a smidge too much. We might, let's keep it exaggerated. I think it'd be more fun if we exaggerated. So we're gonna add the torso, the other side of the bean, I guess. I really don't know how to describe the way I draw bodies. I just kind of have two beans right here. One of the legs will be coming out from here, coming out like this, and then going down right here. And the other one is going to be coming out basically from the back over here. We're like seeing through this general shape. Seeing through this shape, and it's going to be going a little bit lower. The knee is going to be lower, and it's going to be going basically behind this leg right there. Something like this, and then something like that. I think this kind of has that feeling like it might fall, like he might fall any second, and that's exactly what I want it to be. I don't want it to look like he's secure there. I want it to look like, give it a little bit of drama. Right here is basically where the shoulder will be. The shoulder will be right here behind. Again, this is like the center line. And kind of, oh my god, I'm gonna need more space for this other hand. A little more space here, and a little bit more space here. For those who might be asking, why do I have it in this boring gray background? It's because once I start adding the colors, I want to I want to make sure that they're against some neutral gray. So we're gonna just, instead of following a curved line for the arm, I'm gonna just make it like a straight line right over here. A straight line. Just kind of trying to come up with a good like gesture line. And this one right here, it's gonna be going a bit down. A little bit down, and then a little bit up right here. That way there's like a certain level of asymmetry in how the pose is. We have one arm that is perfectly straight and one arm that is bent. I think this is good enough for a quick sketch, just to make sure that I have a generally good idea of how it's gonna be. Where the thumb will be. I'm not getting bogged down in the details just yet. We'll get bogged down in the details later. Now, I'm gonna see if I can get the more or less the head looking right. Oh, Root Beer, you're gonna attack me soon. That sounds great. I've never looked forward to being attacked before in my life. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, honestly. I will say, art fight is kind of weird because, like, it's the only time that you could say, man, I hope I get attacked today. Really looking for someone to just attack me now. Okay, let's kind of get the head more or less in a good shape. Now, I always kind of use like the Loomis head method whenever I'm drawing like a head. I always like chop off the sides and everything, but I am going to be working on a more cartoony style. I'm still going to use more or less what I know, but I'm going to kind of simplify it as much as I can. It's a nice swoop. We go down like this. I think that would look... I'm not digging this head shape, especially because I feel like it's a bit too big. I keep making the heads of my characters too large, and then I have to fix them. And I just realized, and I'm drawing on the wrong layer. I am drawing on... Oh god, I hate this. I was drawing on the... Yeah, how do you call it? Yeah, my background layer. I need to remember, lock that background layer and then draw on that thing. Okay, so let's ignore the mishap and just focus on getting the head around the right shape. Something a little bit more like that. That would look better. We're gonna have it be just like this, more or less. Right here would be a good place for the center line. And he's cartoony. I don't want it to look too much like a real human. I want it to look a little bit like a cartoon character. So that would be nice. Okay, let's see, something like that. I like the pose well enough. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do think that it will suffice. Now, the character's wearing a mask, and that's gonna make it a lot easier for me. Find masks a lot easier to draw, but what else? Okay. Something like this. Looks nice. That. Let's kind of have it look over here. Let's add the little thing that attaches the mask. Let's kind of add something like this. Ear. Sorry, I'm not too talkative today. I'm actually supposed to be resting right now. My doctor told me I should. My dentist actually, but I got this energy. I got this desire to draw, so that's why I'm drawing. This is not medical advice, by the way, because I gotta get ready for surgery on Monday, but I really don't care about the surgery. It's gonna be boring. It's just a wisdom tooth that's screwing me over. Okay. Let's add a little bit of hair. Now I need to make sure that my sketch looks good enough so that when I start coloring it and stuff, adding like lighting and shading, that I don't need to make any major fixes to it. Something like this looks fine. Like that. Hair in the back. You gotta add a neck right here, and yeah, I think that looks about right. Just add a little neck. And I think we got a pretty good drawing of the character. I'm gonna make the face just a little bit lower on the mask. That way it kind of looks like he's looking a bit down. And that'll work a little bit better for that. Message retracted. What does that mean? It's a shame that I did not see. Okay, I don't really see much right here. We're gonna just draw it the way that I see it on the page right there. We're gonna add this. Alright. Like that, that's fine. Okay, let's see. How am I gonna do this? I think that's well and good. It's well and good enough. Let's keep going. Let's see right here. We're gonna draw like this is where the shirt ends. Something like this. And I'm noticing that then there's this kind of, I don't know, well, these are just like frills on the pants. I don't know if they're, so it's supposed to be kind of like skirt-like. That's kind of what I thought it was in the beginning. But we're gonna add that. Gotta make sure that we're accurate to the character. Let's kind of add some frills right here. Kind of trying to draw this as quickly as possible. Trying really hard not to get into my perfectionist mood, because if I start trying to get it exactly right, then it's gonna take me a million years, and I don't want that. I want to be able to finish this quickly, make something that looks interesting, good. Let's get this pants right there. And when it comes to this type of thing, I think it's best to kind of just focus on getting the gesture of the pose right, and nothing more, nothing less. Right here, we're gonna add like this part. Something like that is fine. Something like this, and we're gonna add this other leg right over here. Let's be going down like that. I gotta admit, it is looking pretty good so far. It's just actually turning out better than I expected it. Whenever I do these things where I try to draw faster, I'm always pleasantly surprised by how the end result ends up looking. And like so far, we're not at the end result. We are approaching the start, like the very beginning. But like I'm still impressed by how this is turning out. Something like this. So then we can add the shoe over here. Something like that. That looks good enough. Now, one thing for all the people that are viewing, these are OCs by other folks, other people that have drawn my character, and I want to attack at least 2 today. This one will start with Diamond, but I want you guys to vote for which one you'd like me to draw next after I finish with Diamond. You guys can leave in the chat which one, 1, 2, 3, or 4. We have these lovely characters, and in the meantime, I'm going to continue to draw the character here, this one. Now, I always forget how the anatomy is on the armpit. It's not something that I'm very good at, but there's the pelvis. I mean, there's the pelvis, the pecs that attach to the armpit in some way. There's like the arm right here. There's this part right there. Oh my god, I did not study anatomy well enough. Something like this, right? Good god. Okay, root beer purple 25 says 2. Number 2, which is I assume this one right here. Anyone else would like to vote? So far we have 1 vote for 2. Okay, let's have this little character right there. The arm. Good, good, good. Let's finish the hand right here. I'm gonna keep the hand just kind of basic. I'm not. Again, let's try to finish this on time. So we're gonna just draw like a very simple hand. Nothing crazy, just simple hand there. Right here, we're gonna add a shoulder. Go down right here. Something like that, and then perfect. I really one day should study anatomy, like actual studying, like sit down with a textbook that says all about different body parts and how how the different bones and everything is inserted and all that jazz, like actually study it. So far I just like have the world's most basic understanding, I would say. Just I draw what I see, but I really should and I really want to, but it's kind of difficult. It's daunting, especially considering that like in order to actually learn anatomy, you kind of have to actually like have to do a lot of drawings. Like I'm used to spending a lot of time on each drawing, but that's not how you learn. You're supposed to do a bunch of simple studies as you get better. What else? You know what? I think this is good enough. This hand looks... I do not like how this hand looks. Maybe we can fix it like that a little bit. This hand does not look right. Maybe it's a thumb, maybe it's everything, honestly, whatever. Hand's not quite right, but again, I have to do it fast. Hey look, it's Tilted Teal. He says the character looks familiar. It does, but I can't put my finger on it, and I'm the guy that's drawing him. Okay, I got this. This is down. Now it's time for the coloring. I'm not going to do a line art for this one. I'm just gonna go straight to color. I'm gonna see how that turns out. I've done this type of thing before where I just skip line art, and sometimes it turns out great, sometimes it turns out kind of poor, but we're gonna see how it does. This is the hair, right? Is this the hair? This is where the hair is. How's the hair? Where? We'll get the hair, let's start coloring it, and just like I always do, I always try to have like this... It looks like your character Tilted Teal. Yeah, it does. It really does. But this is my own OC. I'm taking it. I'm kidding. No, but this character is pretty nice. It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna be using this brush with a bit of hue jitter, so that it kind of, while I work on it, it kind of has... I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't want it to just look all perfect. I wanted to have a bit of character, so that's what I'm doing. So time to color it, make it look nice. I'm gonna put the sketch, make sure to, I need to make sure that my layers are well organized. Something like this. I'm gonna make the sketch, I'm gonna lock the sketch because then I'll accidentally click on it. I'm gonna put it lower right there. like that. While I'm coloring it, it's going to end up looking a little bit like, yeah, the colors are not all gonna be exactly like the one in the photo reference. Instead, it's just kind of have a nice mix of a bunch of them. Likely a bird says, "Hello, the pose is very cash money. It looks great." It does look great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I had no idea I was attracting birds to my stream, though. That's really surprising to me. Now I'm noticing that the colors in the reference are very warm, so I'm actually going to try to reflect that in my drawing. I think I just realized that this is my first art attack, I guess. I guess this is like an art revenge. And I'm not using my smiley or frowny face brush. I'm just using this one. This is just like one of the simple free brushes that Mark Burnett offers on his shop and stuff. It's a pretty good brush, I'm gonna be honest. It's a very easy brush to use. So true, I don't know if he's a bird. He just says likely, but I don't know. It seems oddly suspicious. It does seem like he might be a bird. We don't judge, though. We don't judge. Like this. Let's add the band right there. The ear. Okay, he also has this one right here. It's another reference, I guess, that I can use for how I'm gonna have the character in my drawing. Something like this. I want to make sure that the ear is separate from the, from the hair. Yeah, it looks about right. Screw it. That's good. That's good enough. I have to remember to not spend a million years on this. We gotta do this fast. Good, but fast. Hello, that's Neko. Is that Kaneko or Neko? Okay, Tilted Teal, you're gonna share that mac and cheese with the class, root beer? I don't know what that means. Purple25 says, can you please explain art fight to someone who sucks at drawing? I could explain it to someone who's learning to draw. Remember, nobody sucks at drawing. We're all on our journey. But this is actually my first art fight, so I'm not the best one for the job of explaining. However, I will do so because I'm a teacher. So I love explaining things. Basically, Art Fight is an event that is held basically every July, from July 1st to the 30th, 31st, the end of the month. And if you go to artfight.com, you can just search it up on the Google. You're gonna find a website. And right there, you can make an account and you can start submitting your own original characters. Basically, you join these things called like teams, and the teams change basically every year. This year is mystery, comedy, and I think tragedy. You join the team and then you get straight to drawing. You can make your own OC and post them there, and other people will draw your OC. When they draw your OC, that's called an attack. They're attacking you in a way. And what you can do is get revenge by drawing one of their OCs. You're returning the attack. And so on and so forth. You don't even need to make your own OC. If you'd like, you could just focus on attacking others. I have no idea what the mac and cheese thing is. Are you guys eating mac and cheese while on this stream? Okay. I got the body more or less done and dusted. I just realized that he's wearing gloves. I just realized that the character is wearing gloves, so I gotta add that. That meant that I didn't even need to do much focus on the hands, because gloves kind of hide a little bit of the anatomy, but whatever. Let's add the gloves right there. Something like this. I'm gonna lock the layer and color that in. Color this hand as well. I think that's good enough. That's a little bit better. Mac and cheese is goated. It is. Though I don't really eat mac and cheese that much, if I'm being perfectly honest. Mostly because when I was younger, I used to be allergic to that yellow cheddar cheese that they use for mac and cheese. So I didn't really eat it a lot when I was younger. And nowadays, although mac and cheese is fine, I can eat it, I'm not allergic anymore. I kind of prefer other things. There's this dish called goulash, American goulash, that uses macaroni. Doesn't have cheese, but it's got meat and paprika and a little bit of like a bay leaf and all that stuff, and that's what I like to eat personally. You drew that this one right here? You're talking tilted teal. You're talking about this reference right here. You drew that one 3 years ago? Damn. Hey, if it's broke, don't fix it. It's pretty good drawing. Let's add the nose. Let's give it a nice nose. I'm trying to make. I'm not using a mid-tone for this, which I should be doing, but I'm trying not to go the lightest, because then I don't have anywhere to go but up. Yeah, okay. Now the hardest part about this character, if I'm being honest, is the checkered pattern of the top. I'm gonna start by doing the whites of the clothing, just the white part. I'm gonna do the white, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add the checkerboard pattern on top. I'm gonna see, hopefully this works. I've done this before whenever I'm drawing it, drawing like, yeah, some sort of pattern on clothing. I usually think, okay, which is the color that's most apparent, and I use that first, and then I add the pattern on top. Usually by selecting it. So I just select it right here. And you know what, this brush is not the best for the job, but who cares? We'll do it anyway. That Neko says, well, I'm working on a piece of a demon who disguises themselves as a human. I saw they had a shirtless ref, so I'm drawing them shirtless. Yeah, I mean, I should do that for all of my drawings. I should just draw everyone shirtless. What else? Okay, so I'm gonna just add some of the squares right here. And I don't want to take a million years for them, so I'm just going to draw them as best I can, and if they don't turn out perfectly, then who cares? Right now we're going for trying to finish it at all. You know, oh, what am I doing? I'm so wrapped up in this that I forgot that I still have this sketch layer. I could unlock it, and I can very quickly add like a checkerboard pattern to it. Something like that. Very simple. something like this. I think this would be a lot easier than trying to magically figure it out just while I'm doing it. Someone was drawing their OCs in maid dresses. I gotta find a way of getting them to draw my OC in a maid dress. It sounded weird, but whatever. Honestly, that sounds really fun. I should have chosen like something to do with each one of them. I think that would be pretty great. Like a little gimmick. I think gimmicks are kind of fun. I feel like gimmicks are kind of underrated for artists, but at the same time, a bit overrepresented. It's weird. I think this, just having a basic sketch is gonna help us a lot more right there. By the end of this, we'll have a super swag drawing, but this clothing is going to be the end of me. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous of the people who can draw maid dresses, because they're surprisingly difficult to draw. Really anything with frills, at least for me, I find that very challenging. Mostly because like I tried I'm kind of getting away from my usual style for these art fights, but I do try to kind of have some sort of like I do like drawing realistically, and drawing a realistic maid dress is so hard because the frills, the fabric is just so difficult. And the dresses tend to be quite long, you know, things like that. Root Beer Possum says he finished the whole mac and cheese and you didn't share it with the class. Such a shame. F minus. I'm kidding. Okay, I think that looks good. Oh, wait. Before I go on, I gotta add this. That looks nice, that looks better. It's not following the form of the body perfectly, but it's fine. I think that looks good. Let's add the kind of this frilly section. It's like a greenish turquoise type thing. Add that over here. Pixel art, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can absolutely. I mean, there are people that do things with like belts. They make like, yeah, they do things with belts. They make things with, they 3D model characters. Like, basically, you could do just about anything for art fights. Obviously, this is visual art. I don't think there's a music section, but like, yeah, you're free to do whatever you want for art fight, and that's something that I really enjoy. Obviously, the only thing that you're not allowed is like, you know, AI generated stuff. But besides that, you could do anything. The world is your oyster. Now it's time for the neck glass. Also, why is my bust up better than when I do full body? Full body is difficult. I would say, like usually the problem that I see my students have is that like whenever it's like when you're doing like full body, you really do have to understand a good amount of anatomy. It is like, you have to know the different parts of the body, because then you're going in, if you don't know, then you're kind of going into things blind. I think with like, if you're just drawing the bust, that means that you just focus on like the head and the, yeah, the head, the neck, the top part of the torso. Like that's, like it or not, that's a lot less stuff to focus on. And we're all very used to seeing that part of the human body. We see that everywhere. I go outside and I can see people's necks. That sounded weird. It sounds like I'm a vampire or something. But yeah, I could go outside and look at people's necks. It's easy. But like when it comes to like, how many times do you focus on the way the spine curves, or the how the femur connects to the hip, the pelvis? Like these are things that we don't notice as much. We're not paying attention. I mean, I don't know anatomy that well. Like I was just complaining that I feel like I should study it, like study anatomy. I would say, like I would always remind people, especially my students, like, okay, you might not know anatomy yet. You might not know, let's say, values or shading or all of these different things, but like, you still have time. You're not dead yet. You can still learn. There's always time. There's always time. Okay, before I continue, I'm gonna add the rainbow for the pants, because we gotta make sure that the pants are rainbows. But I do want to ask you guys, these are OCs of people that have drawn my OC, that have attacked me, and I wanted to do revenge on everyone. However, I'm only gonna have time to do this diamond and one more. So which one would you guys vote for? I think we have one vote for number 2 right here. There's this one. This is number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Wait. Number 3. And number 4. These are all the these are all the people that have attacked me. These are OCs from them. You guys can vote in chat. Someone says the pink one, that's 4. True, I should open up community. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a complete noob when it comes to YouTube, so I legitimately have no idea what I'm capable of doing on YouTube, you know? So I'm not doing so hot, you know? But yeah, I should definitely look into that. That sounds like a good idea. Just kind of trying to select all the parts right here. That part about this brush is that it does leave a lot of these really weird tiny gaps, but that kind of adds character. So a lot of other people, okay, Tilted Seal and then Echo, okay, we have 2 votes right there for 4, 1 vote for number 2. Great. I'm gonna add the orange stripe right here, and I just realized that because I have the hue jitter, that means that it kind of looks a little bit wrong. I'm gonna keep the hue jitter, but I'm gonna lower it to like a 2, maybe a 3%, because if you have it in 6 or 7, it's just too much. It's too much. Oh god. I think this looks a little bit better. Something like that. Looks about right. And then we go pick a yellow. Okay, you know, I think I need more space for that orange. Because I noticed that on the reference, it's red, orange, yellow, and then green, blue, indigo. That means that it should be like around a third orange. I am incredibly anal when it comes to getting things right. Okay, we got that. Now we're gonna have the yellow right here. We have this part right there. That's good, that's good. What song do you think fits Pascola? Pascola is my OC, my clown girl OC. Man, I have no idea. That's a good question. Let me think about it. Like legitimately, the one song that came up to my head right now, but like nobody knows it, is there's this game called Ape Escape, and there's a stage called Spectre Circus, and that's the song that I think of. But that's about it. I don't know, man. Good question, though. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. We have more or less the leg looking good. More or less, this is fine. Leg is, oh my graphics tablet is really screwing with me right now. It's kind of starting to glitch a little bit. And I'm gonna admit, I'm using a pretty old tablet myself. Like I'm using an old Wacom tablet. Fun House by Pink. I've actually never heard that song before. I'll check it out. But right now, when I'm streaming, I don't like to listen to music, but I will check it out, don't worry. Mostly because I don't want to accidentally get copyright struck. Because copyrighted songs, big no-no. How much have I been streaming for? 48 minutes. Oh my god, I said an hour for this character. I'm gonna speed things up now. I'm not. Oh my god, can this thing just. My tablet is really starting to fight me. It's an old Wacom. It's from like. It's older than my students. That's all I'm gonna say. I teach middle schoolers. It's like 15 years old or something. It's no, okay, not that old, but it's pretty old. It's I think the second revision of the Intuos Pro line. And I would love to buy a better tablet, something newer, but right now the kids are all on vacation, summer vacation, and what that means is that I'm basically jobless and I did not save enough money. So trying to be frugal to survive, and I have a surgery coming on Monday, so I have to prioritize that. This tablet still works decently enough, and I'm gonna use it until it literally dies on me. My previous tablet was another Wacom, actually, and I straight up used that thing. Oh god, it was from 2003, I think. The old Wacom that I used to use. I think my previous tablet before this one, yeah, was the one from 2003 or so. Which means that at this point it is old enough to drive. I think it's old enough to drink in the US. Okay, something like that. Looks good. This looks good. Oh god. I have been drawing for 50 minutes. Could I finish? Can I shade this in time? Now right here we have these shoes, and honestly, I'm just gonna make it so that he's just walking, I don't know what, barefoot? I don't know, man. Barefoot, or like, I'm gonna just try to get the shoes to look as basic as possible. No one's gonna be looking at them anyway. Because I gotta finish up because I want to draw another thing, and basically by the hour mark I start losing my voice, so nah. Okay, there's the black part right there. I have no idea what kind of shoes these are. I'm not well versed on anything fashion related. I'm just gonna draw them the way I think they are. This. I have no idea how these shoes are supposed to look, or their shoes, or they're the things that the ballet users. Yeah, the Wacom is older than you and your brother. Yeah, dude. Honestly, a lot of people ask me like, oh, well, what do you use? What do you use? I think they always expect like some sort of, you know, something high caliber, something awesome. And then I tell them, oh yeah, I use a bunch of old stuff. Everything that I have is old, and that's what I use. It always kind of confuses them because I think everybody expects that, like when they see this type of drawing, they think, oh, he must use something. He must use something excellent, something high quality. And it's like, no, I use the one thing I had available to me when I started. And that's about it. Really, I don't think the tools that one uses matter that much. It's more important the way that you use the tools. Okay, something. I'm noticing I have a lot of spots that are just completely gray. And that's no bueno. Okay, so I have this drawing, and sadly, I'm gonna have to just go overboard. I'm gonna see if I can do this quickly. I'm gonna just... The reference already has the light going from the top left, or top right. So I'm just gonna do it like that. From the top right. I'm gonna use all the same brush. Doesn't matter, we're gonna just start shading. Believe me, I'm a professional when it comes to art fights. Nothing but professionalism here. Something around... Okay, toes to tails, it's not really a shoe, it's like a fabric that wraps around his foot with like a little strap around his toe to keep it in place. That sounds way too complicated for what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna just keep it the way I drew it right there, and that's about it. But thanks for letting me know. That's very good. I have no idea how I'm gonna shape the hair to look right. Think something like that, that's fine. Then we add a little bit of shading for the mask. And I have everything all in one layer. I know people that use different layers and they're all cowards. In this household, we all just use one layer and then we rage quit when things don't go right. That's how we do it here. It's very simple shadows. Not gonna focus too much on these. Simple shadows, but I'm still a sucker for making sure that this looks just right. So something like this, I think that's right, it's fine. Looks good. Let's kind of have the that thing, what do you call it? The eye. I gotta add the eye now. I'm gonna make it dark because it's dark right there. Something like that. Nope. Needs to either be lighter or darker. I'm gonna go lighter. I think the lighter, that would kind of make the other eye pop, because I feel like then the blue is a bit strong. Rest in peace to your 50 layer drawings, yeah. And that Neko says, yeah, you're stuck with one layer. You're using traditional stuff. Yeah, you're drawing with actual art supplies. Yes. Honestly, I think the reason why I tend to use like few layers is probably because I also kind of come from a background of like traditional tools, just like paper and canvas and stuff like that. But of course, I've kind of switched a lot now. I now use all the fancy tools. Okay, let's add some shadow right here. And I'm gonna make it even darker. The important part about drawing without line art is to have fun. No, it's actually your values. The values are the most important thing when drawing without any line art, because that's what kind of defines the end result. If you don't have good values, then the drawing kind of looks bad. So, you know, focus on that. That's my advice. Okay, right here, the skin, we're gonna also darken this part right here. Kind of make it look like there's a bit of an ear here. Doesn't look quite right, but it's good enough for me. I legitimately have no idea how I drew some of this stuff in so little time, and right now I am having so much trouble trying to finish this thing on, yeah, like an hour has passed. 58 minutes have already passed, and I am not even close to finishing. But it's funny because at the end of the day, this is all like arbitrary deadlines that I put myself. Like, I gave myself that arbitrary deadline, and now I'm panicking because I can't make the deadline that I gave myself. It's just kind of stupid. I tend to be like that a lot. Like, I tell myself I'm gonna do this, and then when I can't do it, I kind of get mad at myself, even though it's completely arbitrary. Okay, for the arm, we're gonna add more shadow right here. Oh, I know how to do this. I'm gonna have basically this entire arm be in shadow. Because usually, like, if the light's coming from the top left, it's going to be pretty difficult to, yeah, for any of the lights to arrive right here. You know, I'm going to pretend like it's slightly behind him, I guess. It's slightly behind him. We'll kind of add this, make the whole arm in relative shadow with just a little bit off to this side right here. Just kind of show that it is three-dimensional after all. I'm gonna add a little bit of light right here. Like that. And then we're gonna have a cast shadow all right here on the torso. Hello, Eileen Croy. I don't know how to pronounce these names. Eileen Croy. Hello, hello. Welcome to the best everything, to the best live stream, the best chat, everything. We're the best here. And you will be too. Or are. Right now I'm trying to finish this drawing as fast as possible. The idea was to finish this in an hour, but we have officially passed the hour mark. I'm not done, so we're gonna just continue, but I am gonna make another drawing. I'm not gonna just leave it be, you know. I'm gonna add something like this. Perfect. This looks terrible. We gotta add some more shadow just to kind of really sell the idea that this is, you know, this is behind right there. Something like this. Yes, you did join the best art stream, obviously. Okay. Now this is where, like, if this was painting, this would be really annoying to do, but because it's digital, I set my brush to darken, and now I can just like add this shadow right here, just like that. And that's super quick. This took basically no work at all. This is not how I usually draw, but it's looking good. I'm enjoying this, and I'm glad that you guys are too. You guys and gals. This looks good. Now we remove the darken and something like this. That looks three-dimensional. It looks three-dimensional. Yeah, in fact, the person receiving this art is right here with us. I'm pretty sure. I actually can't tell, but I'm pretty sure they are. It's this guy named Tilted Tial or something. They're right here. Let's add this shadow now. I am not my best when I'm trying to rush things. I guess I'm not rushing. That's the worst joke I've made tonight. Something like this. Just like a very subtle shadow right there. And we're gonna make this part a little bit darker. Right here it kind of connects. I have no idea how to do this. That's good enough. That's good. That's good. Something like that. It's fine. The hand. This is the worst part. I'm not good with hands. Not when I'm rushing things. But we're gonna just kind of give it like the basic idea that there's any type of shadow right there. That at this shadow right here, and we're gonna have it be like it's casting right there. Most people say tile teal. Yeah. I mean, admittedly though, nobody says my name, but mine isn't made up words, so very few people even pronounce it correctly. Though at this point, I've just stopped pretending like there's a correct way of saying Danixon, because that's not a real word. It's just a stupid name I gave myself when I was like 12 or 13, and I've just never changed it. It's become a part of me. I feel like this mask can be even darker. I think by darkening the mask, it could look a little bit more three-dimensional. Again, I think the most important part of any drawing is its values. So I'm always trying to get that perfect. Yeah. I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna darken a little bit of this side right here, the black of the checkered pattern. Always need to make sure it looks right, because it's these small details that can make or break the believability of a drawing. That looks a little bit more believable. That looks good. That looks good. We'll take a little bit of a break by asking the audience. Right here, we have four lovely contestants. These are all OCs made by people that have attacked my OC. I want to do a revenge. Here's number 1, 2, 3, and 4. You guys can vote, you in the chat can vote which one would you like to see me draw next once I finish with Diamond. You guys can vote in the chat. We have, it seems like number 4 is winning so far. We've had several people vote for number 4. Remember to place your votes right here and right now. It's not every day you get to vote. Remember, voting is how we introduce change in our legal system and also in the live streams of random people online. Only you can prevent forest fires, as they say. Add a little bit of shadow right here to the bottom part. Yeah, it would look very different from what I'm drawing right now. It would. Let's see. How is this? Let's add a little bit. Oh my god. I even noticed that my line art brush means that there's so many little gaps. And I don't notice them at all. I never notice these gaps, but they are incredibly noticeable when you know where to look. Whatever, we're gonna get it done. And let's kind of add a little bit of shadow right here on the different frills. I don't think I'm gonna be able to say that this drawing is like finished. It's gonna look very sketchy. Okay, the hardest part right here is going to be the pants, but I'm going to just like, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use a multiply I'm gonna set the brush to multiply, and I'm gonna see, hopefully this works out. This is not how I would usually do these things, but we are running out of time, and I would say we ran out of time like 20 minutes ago. But it's good, it's good. Let me just, yeah, let's put it better. Nope, I'm really not liking the way these colors look. Oh. No, I think it's actually just gonna be better if I do these things properly. Let's see if we can do it like that. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this works. That, darken it here. Yeah, that looks fine. You know what? We're gonna go back to that darken, because there's no way. I really want to do these things perfectly, but we don't have the time. So we're gonna start by just using our multiply brush to just darken this entire area. This entire area has been darkened. The multiply brush tool is really useful, but it is also, I would consider it very dangerous because it's so easy to end up with colors that look kind of lifeless. But boy, is this convenient. It is incredibly convenient. Kind of looks like he's doing the "What's up" meme. It does. Because I have no background. Because I did no background. Oh god. Yeah. This is not my best work, but it's my work and it's still pretty good. So I think one of the most important lessons to learn as an artist is to not let perfect be the enemy of good. Like at the end of the day, like I'm drawing something and I'm gonna make sure that it's finished and not so much whether it's the next Mona Lisa. This isn't Monet. This isn't Rene Magritte. It's not one of those famous artists. I'm so far just some guy having fun. I think something like this, pretty good. Now you can really tell the difference between the type of art that I make when I have unlimited time and when I just have to speed things up. And finally, let's finish this off. I'm going to, in the back, I'm gonna just add a very simple like highlight layer. Oh, I forgot the nose. Okay, first the nose, we do the nose, then we add a highlight layer. And highlights really do add so much to it, because I could just set this one again to like a color dodge layer. And like that. I can just add like some little highlights. Something like this. Something like that. It's supposed to be like a color dodge or like maybe a hard light. overlay. You know, we're gonna keep the color dodge. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe something like this. This way, I don't have to worry about making it look like actually realistic, and I could just add some highlights, make it look nice, look pretty, interesting, and that's it. I cannot keep just hammering away at this drawing. I need to finish. This is really not my best work, but it's my work. So something like this. Add a little bit of that light right there. Just kind of catch that light. Oh, that actually looks pretty nice. Like that. I mean, again, it's not my best work, but it has flavor. It's got pizzazz. Then we have this layer right here that's just like a light layer. Something like that. Just a little bit of light right here in the back. And I think we're done. I think this could be submitted and it would look nice. Just gonna darken this part right here. Just kind of add a little bit of that shadow. And yeah, I think that's good enough for the background. I think I'm just gonna make it like a darker blue or something. I'm gonna unlock this background. We're gonna make it not purple. We're gonna make it blue, but we're gonna make that blue very subtle. Something like this. I want to make sure that it's a color that doesn't distract too much. I've noticed that a lot of times I kind of make the colors a bit too distracting, and like the background for something like this should just be something that lets the character speak, you know? Let's kind of get this part just a little darker, just a little smidge darker here so that it looks separate. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna make it, oh my god, what the hell? I'm gonna make it just, let's keep the background as simple as possible, Let's add just a bit of like directional lights, like if there's something in the background right here, just like give it some direction. I really hope you guys can't hear my father just like shouting in the phone in the background. Like that. Make it a little bit darker over here. And the tightrope is going to be this kind of yellowish tint to it. And I'm going to make it nice and thin. It's got to be something like, we got to make sure that it looks very thin. Something like that. Perfect. Now we could probably even add like just a very subtle like glow to it by adding something like this. Then we blur the ever-living crud out of that. blur it a ton. Set it to like color dodge and really lower that opacity. Something like this looks swag. Always try to check my values, and I think that looks pretty fine. You can still read the pose even like this. I think I'm gonna consider this drawing finished. This is done. I think this drawing turned out excellent. And let me just go back in the chat, see how many people voted. Tilted Teal, that says 4. That Neko says 4 as well. Let's see who else. Anyone else vote? Anyone else vote? It seems like most of the votes are gonna be for this 4th character right here. It seems the character is named Mimosa. Now right here, I'm gonna save this, and I realized again, I was drawing this and I didn't save once, which is really scary. I think it's important to save your drawing. Do not be like me that saves at the very end. Because I actually have a lot of power outages in my neighborhood. And it would be really bad if I lost everything. But yes. Drawing finished. Looks really cool. Save it. We can close these right now. And I'm going to just yoink this. We're going to duplicate this layer. Because I like the size of it. Let's see, what's the image size? Let's kind of have it be something like, yeah, you know what, this size, fine. So like this, we're gonna start again with a neutral gray. Again, last chance to vote, last chance to vote. I'm gonna go away to get some water. I'll be back in a minute, less than a minute. We'll be right back. Okay. Really hope this doesn't bother you guys. I'm putting on the mic again. Alright. We're back. And we have another person, Rubiero Possum, votes for number 4. So, seems like we're doing it. Number 4. Which is this character. Let me just get out of Bluetooth. Why is Bluetooth on? This character is by the artist. You know, I think I'm gonna type this one in the chat because can I even type in the chat? Good God. Let's see if I can maybe write it, link it somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna write this in the chat because I do not know how to pronounce this. It is VEOMKU. Yeah, it's by the artist Biomkul Mimosa. It's her persona, and she loves pink and bats, watching shows and listening to music. She collects random things, and that sounds interesting. Now, usually, I like to plan out my drawings as much as I possibly can. However, I'm gonna have to improvise because you guys voted for this and I do not have a pose reference available. I'm gonna just use a pose that I've already drawn before. I think this would be kind of interesting. And I'm gonna set myself more or less, again, I'm gonna try to draw this in like an hour. Hopefully we could finish. Lock this layer so I don't accidentally like draw over it or anything of the sort. And we're ready to begin. Again, we're gonna start with a simple, very simple line of action. It's gonna be, they're gonna be like sitting, like that, something like that, I guess. Whatever. I think something like this is fine. This must be incomprehensible. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? You know what? Let's not start with line of action. We're gonna start with like establishing like the boundaries of the pose. So like if we have like, let's say the head is somewhere around here, more or less where the head is. The head right there, and then the body is over here, I guess. I got this. I've drawn this pose before, but I'm not the most expert pose guy. Something like this. This line should be a little bit more straight. I'm trying to draw it as light as possible. Something like this. Straight line right there. This is where the head is gonna be. That. Oh god, I am kind of losing it here. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Something like this. I'll make it a bit smaller. That. Something around like this. Just kind of trying to get more or less like the general pose. This looks incomprehensible, but it's easier to explain once I get the drawing down the road. Okay, something like this. This is an envelope. Let's start adding the head. The head, we're gonna start with a simple circle. Something like this. Right here. Maybe something like that. A nice head. We add the neck over here. And right here, we're gonna add the shoulder. I'm gonna make the shoulder a little bit bigger. It's not this small. Shoulder like that. And then over here, I'm gonna add the line. Shoulder that's going down. Something like that. If you guys can't tell, I'm usually good for one drawing and then I get real tired and I'm not that awesome at it, but we're gonna continue because I did promise that I would do this and I'm a man of my word. Something like this. You add the torso right here. This whole thing is bad. Something a little bit bigger like that. Something like this. It looks fine, looks good. This is more or less where the torso is going to be. This is like the rib cage. Okay. Something like this. Maybe we make the head just a smidge bigger. A little bit. Like that. This is where the pelvis is going to be, somewhere around here. And this is where the legs are going to connect, so it's going to be a bit like this. Like that. And then it's going to go down right here. It's going to go down really closely. More or less something like that for the leg. I think that looks pretty good. The other foot will be just right there, not too far away. Again, I think the way that I draw is kind of insane. That, again, how do I pronounce the K in your name? That K Neko? Where that Neko says, also I noticed is you shade lighter skin, go more red. If shading darker, go more purple. Generally speaking, yeah, that works. That's good piece of advice. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I think there are exceptions, but yeah, that works. I think something like this is a good pose. And right here, I got the character right here. I gotta make sure that I draw it somewhat accurately. I'm most excited to draw the hair because it looks like it's gonna be fun to draw. I'm gonna focus on this like that. Perfect. Okay, this pose is very fun. I really like this pose. I've drawn this exact one before, but I've never posted it. Never posted a character that I drew with this pose, but I really like it. I think it's fun. It's interesting. It kind of reminds me of like the type of pose that you'd see in a fashion magazine. Might have made the arm a bit too thick. You know what? We'll keep it like that. If it ends up being too thick, we'll fix it in post. Like that. Now you can see a bit of the chest right there, so we're gonna add like this right here. Like that. Because it's basically almost to the side. Like that. So you don't see a lot of the chest area. But I do think that's not quite right. Something more like this. Perhaps a bit lower. Something like that. I mean, I'm not going to draw the character naked, so I'm just trying to kind of get the basic idea. And Echo says, also just finished the attack I was working on, but I'll be right back since I have to go to dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Yas Queen, go eat. I really should eat too, but I'm really wrapped up in this. I ate not too long ago, so I think I still got the energy. The other arm is right here behind, like that. And I do think that kind of made the pelvis of just like a smidge too, yeah, too low on the body. Might be a bit too low. I think I'm gonna have to raise everything below there just a little bit. Just a little, just a smidge. Maybe that might be better. Nah, I think just very slightly. I think one of the problems about anatomy is really just the fact that it is so precise. You have to be pretty precise, because if you're trying to make it look real, like a real person, oh boy, like that look, that's very hard. I mean, thankfully, I'm just trying to make it look like a person. Oh man, this is not so easy, but thankfully, I've drawn this pose before, and therefore I know exactly how to do it. That's a recommendation that I could give you all. If you're drawing something, I think for something like art fight, if you want to like make sure that you finish drawing everything, then choose poses that you kind of already have some sort of familiarity with. Oh, something like this. I think this looks fine. The foot, I'm gonna keep it pretty much as simple like this, because for now it's just a foot. We're gonna make sure to add it, make it look more like a shoe, because I think she's got a shoe on. I do not have 2 hours. What? Oh yeah, I've been drawing for an hour and a half now. That is insane. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Add this right here. And this. That looks about right. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's take this off. Let's add this other hand. Add a hand right here. It's gonna be like a closed fist right there. Almost a closed fist with the thumb right on top. And I think this is fairly good. I think this is good enough. Okay. Now it's time to actually start adding the specific features. Let's see. Let's add the face. Well, actually, let's start with the hair. Now the hair, I'm noticing right here in this one, it's got this swoosh, 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 and down. Let's add that over here on our drawing. The side of the head is going to be somewhere around here. This is like the side, so we're going to add the swoosh. Let's add, you know what? No, we need the face first. We cannot do it without the face. Now this is very anime, so I'm going to just draw it like if it's an anime character. Doesn't mean that I get sloppy with it. It just means that I can kind of break a little bit from my usual way of drawing. See, something like that. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna make it fully anime. I don't really draw anime anymore. I used to a lot. I used to basically only draw anime, but now I like exploring different art styles. But I will try to kind of have that type of very cartoony look to it. Still very anime. Eyebrow is just like these circles right here. That. And the nose is a simple triangle. Add a simple smile. Like that. And yeah, this is pretty simple. That's what I like about anime. It's pretty easy to draw this type of character. Let's add the swoosh right here. Let's add a swoosh. And this one right here. Now you can't see any of the ears. You can't see any of the ear because the hair covers it completely. So we're gonna add something like this. And let's make sure that we add this curl right here as well. Very important. A little swoosh, very important. I think something like this. You can see a little bit of the hair in the back. That looks fine, very good. We need to make sure to add all the different elements. We don't want to make a drawing that doesn't look like the character. I'm getting the feeling that I might have to cut this stream a bit short. I am getting the stink eye a bit. When I say the stink eye, I mean that my family obviously wants me to stop. Okay, something like this. It's like ice cream up here. Little scoops of ice cream. Something like circle, circle, circle right there. Got some ice cream in the back. Pretty interesting. With a little, one of those chocolate straws, I guess. Something like that, I think. I am getting the feeling I am being watched. What do you mean by that? You're being watched? Is my reference similar to yours, or what? I'm kind of confused. I'm a bit lost. Something like that. We're not going to be able to see much of the little necklace that they have, so kind of sucks, but whatever. It's like a sleeveless, like tank top type thing, so we're gonna add this side right here. Something like that. Looks cute, looks nice. like that. That's the this little section right here, and we have to make sure that we include the ribbon. You can never forget the ribbon. Very important. And we're gonna add the little, imagine like their frills right here. And that this whole section is gonna have these like stripes. So reference, good guy. Okay, gosh. And add this right here. This is where the shirt is gonna end, and I'm gonna make sure that we add the stripes right now. Something like that, some stripes, and the skirt right here. Let's add this right here, skirt. I think something like that. I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to drawing skirts. I don't know how to usually draw them. She kind of looks like a Shopkins character. I've never heard of a Shopkin. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I think it's a pretty cute character. It's very nice. One thing about the reference is that just kind of, these are like, I assume, leg warmers, and I don't know if they're supposed to be that or they're supposed to be just socks, and she just has socks on. I have no idea, because I know some people just don't add feet to their character if they don't know how to draw them. But I don't know if that's what they're doing or they're supposed to be socks. I'm gonna just assume that they're socks, and they kind of go almost up to the knee, but they're very floofy socks, you know? They seem very floofy. Something like that. And we're gonna have it be round. We're gonna make sure that the sock is fairly round. Something like this. I think that looks pretty nice. Kind of add some detail for this hand. I want to see if I can finish this drawing quickly, a little bit quicker than my previous one. Just trying not to overdo my time, you know. Keep this hand cartoony, just something like this. That, and the thumb. That looks terrible. Let's go back, let's go back. Something like this looks better. And then we add this. Yeah, that looks a little bit nicer. Do we need anything else? I mean, it's a pretty simple character. Not the craziest thing in the world. Very simple character. I think this is a pretty good sketch. Very nice. Now, if I do it just like the other one, where I just kind of color it all in, just one layer. I mean, it is the fastest way, but I think for this one, let's try. You know what? Vote in chat. How should I do this? Okay, Tilted Teal, you want to do an animated attack? Oh, animation is so hard. It takes forever. I mean, I wouldn't, but I mean, it's also like, it's a good excuse to animate a little bit, you know? I mean, I would say that none of the drawings that I've made today have the same level of quality as what I usually do. But again, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. Just, I would recommend, if you want to do an animated thing, animate it. Who cares? Just like, do it. It's fun. Okay. I think for this, it would probably be better to do line art. One layer challenge? Oh my gosh. Of course you would say that. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. One layer. One layer. Let's decrease this. Now I'm going to select this whole entire section. Like this. We invert it. Shit. We invert it. And then I'm going to fill it in with like a pink. Just like a regular pink. We'll layer it with this pink right here. Nope, that was not quite right. Not quite right either, but we'll fix this. We'll fix this. Does this work any better than what I did before? Who knows? Fudge. Trying to brush, eraser, erase this whole stupid thing. I don't think this is saving me any time at all. But I am getting so tired. I mean, I said that I would do it. I said that I would finish this. And so far, I am not holding true to my word. So, see if we can finish it. And I'm getting way past the time that I thought I would take for such, again, these are supposed to be simple drawings. Simple drawings, but I can't do simple. I don't know why I can't. I feel like I didn't save myself any time by doing this. Son of a bitch. Logan. Oh my god, I don't know why I keep switching to like eraser and it doesn't let me. I think I'm gonna have to disappoint you guys. I am getting way too tired of this. I think I'm gonna have to end this on a cliffhanger. I'm gonna have to end this shit on a cliffhanger. I think I think we're gonna have to save this for another day. I'm so tired. My eyes are like, I'm having a hard time keeping them open. I mean, usually I take breaks, I walk and stuff like that, but I think this is a bit much. 2 drawings in one day. You know what? I'll tell you what. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock, hopefully, I'll be back and I'm gonna finish this, and I'm gonna have you guys vote on another character of these 3. I think that would be the best. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disappoint you guys. I'm just really tired. I want to make sure that this drawing turns out well. So I'm gonna cut it here. If you guys enjoyed this stream, then please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out when I'm streaming again. I'm basically always streaming at the same time, around 4 o'clock. I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, I'm so sorry I have to cut this short, but I want to make sure that this is done right. So we're gonna cut it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna stop the stream.